It's key for corporate companies, so being pharma, insurance companies, or hospitals, to collaborate with startups. So they're really the innovation piece. They can really help them to make that innovation a reality in very short times. So that's very essential and critical. Second, clinical validation of digital solution is very important, and the startups really need to collaborate with they need to understand what the hospitals are looking for. That intended use is very, very important. It's really key. So they need to work very well on that. Third, it's really key for startups to also understand the whole picture of a hospital and to think about the integration. So it's not just the solution on its own, but really as part of a whole system. How does it integrate? What's the part in the patient journey, for instance? And also, like, if you think about technological integration, that's also very important. Like a hospital or a corporate collaborating with a hospital will be more willing to collaborate with a startup if that integration is already existing. 4, digital therapeutics, or DTX, can really bring a lot of value to the insurance companies. So you can really help them to offer better service to the consumers, to their customers. For instance, offering treatments to some people who wouldn't have access to treatment otherwise, like telerehabilitation, for instance. It can really help the insurance companies to stratify their customers and to plan better the costs. It can help to really reduce the economic and clinical burden. It can really help to improve the economic and health outcomes. And finally, it can really be a competitive advantage to gain and retain new customers, especially if you think about the new generation who have different expectations when it comes to healthcare, the way that they access and consume healthcare. So digital therapeutics can really help with that. 5th, it would be very beneficial for Europe to have like a unified or coordinated regulation framework. So we've seen, for instance, in Germany, they have their own regulatory framework. It's only valid in Germany for solution operating in Germany. So let's say a Spanish company wants to go through that process, that regulation is only valid in Germany. So we're talking more and more about having like a regulation on a European level that would embark all the different countries. Because if you think about it, a company who has a solution, it makes more sense for them right now to go to the US, where they have a huge market, that coming to Europe, where it's very, there's a lot of different countries. Each country has its own regulation and its own healthcare system, and it's very difficult right now to scale up and to really do business. So that the regulation would really make a big difference.